My beloved, do not scroll past this moment. You were led here, not by accident, but by divine appointment. I see your silent battles, the burdens you've carried in the dark, the questions you've dared not voice aloud. But I, the one who formed you, am speaking now. Before this video ends, your heart will remember who you are and whose you are. There is a breakthrough written into this very breath, a promise waiting to be fulfilled. Will you stay long enough to receive it? Time is not your enemy. It is the stage I've prepared for your rising. Do not turn away. This is holy ground. I am here, and I will lift you up. This journey is not one you travel alone. It is a path we share together, hand in hand. Amidst your struggle, listen for my gentle whisper. I will lift you up. Within this promise lies a profound truth, flowing towards you like an unending river of grace. When you feel too weak to stand, when the pain threatens to devour your light, I am the sanctuary where your heart finds solace. Have you ever looked beyond your suffering and seen me holding you in silence? I am not simply a distant power or a faint silhouette on the horizon. I am the breath beneath your wings, the quiet strength that stirs in your deepest places. I have held galaxies within the span of my hands. How much more can I cradle the delicate tenderness of your heart? I do not offer hollow words from afar or empty consolation. I speak to the very center of your existence. You are more precious to me than the sparrow I watch fall, or the stars I scatter across the night sky. Even when life feels relentless and harsh, when the storms roar louder than hope itself, my promise resounds stronger still. I will lift you up, not by your effort, but by my power. Not by your striving, but by the steadfastness of my love. Recall those times when you felt alone, yet suddenly, a peace descended, a whisper, an unseen but tangible presence. That was me, reaching out, a hand through the darkness, ready to guide you into the light. The mountains before you will not crush you, for I am mightier than any force seeking to overcome you. Your spirit is never forgotten, nor are your tears invisible to me. Every sorrow is a seed I treasure, destined to grow into strength and beauty. You are rising, even if each step upward feels painfully slow or out of reach. My dear child, I am well aware of the moments when despair seeks to paralyze your heart, when surrender's call echoes louder than courage's song. Yet in these fragile spaces, I am creating hope anew. I am the gentle breeze that quiets mighty storms, the tender dawn that chases away the blackest night. Though your heart bears bruises and scars, it is the very place where my light desires to shine most radiantly. I have not deserted you. I have been preparing you, sculpting you with gentle hands, nurturing patience in the silence, and weaving strength through every trial. You may question if this promise is too great for you to embrace, or if your pain lies too deep for healing. But trust me, my love's measure exceeds all understanding, and my power to lift you is never limited by your past failings or present fears. When you feel you have nothing left to give, come to me. When your determination is broken and your faith diminished, draw near to me. There is a sacred place in my presence where your wounds are tended, your spirit is restored, and your soul is made whole. The ascent begins with one simple surrender, a single turning toward me, trusting that I am enough. I see beyond the struggle you wear, past the cries of your heart, into the secret longing for more than mere survival, the yearning to rise, to soar above the turbulence that entangles you. This is what I see, your limitless potential, your purpose, the divine spark within you that nothing can extinguish. I will lift you up, not to keep you hidden or unmoving, but to set you in the light, to shine as the masterpiece you were designed to be. Do not conceal the broken places or the scars. These, too, will be transformed by my hands into a crown of honor and beauty. Let this truth rest deep within your being, You are not defined by your struggles, but by my pledge to lift you beyond them. Rest your heart in the certainty that you will not remain in the pit, the wilderness, or the valley of despair. With each step and every breath, I am there, raising you, gently yet with power. Will you trust me now, when your spirit feels most fragile? Will you open your heart and allow the steady lift of my love? This invitation is the dawn of your renewal, the beginning of a new story written by my own hand. Come, let me lift you. Do not resist my touch. Do not retreat from my strength. There is something sacred in this act, a divine exchange where your weakness is met with my strength, your fragility is upheld by my unwavering support. You may not see the path ahead, but I do. Every step upward is already counted, each moment cared for in my hands. As you rise, you will discover facets of yourself you never knew existed. Resilience shaped by the divine, courage kindled by unseen grace, peace that surpasses understanding, rooted deep in my heart and flowing into yours. My beloved, I am waiting for your yes. Will you believe this promise today? Will you let me be the one who raises you beyond what you ever imagined? The mountain ahead is not a blockade, but a challenge that my strength will overcome. The endless night will always give way to the dawn I have painted in brilliant hues just for you. You are heaven's beloved, crafted with tender care, worth more than all the stars that fill the heavens. When the world's lies about your inadequacy fill your mind, listen to my voice of truth. You are chosen, you are cherished, and I will lift you up. If your heart is even faintly stirring, if the smallest ember of hope remains, do not turn away. Reach out to me now, knowing my arms are wide open. Come as you are, wounded, weary, burdened, and find true rest in my promise. I will lift you up. This is not merely a promise, but my sacred vow. I am the lifter of your soul, the carrier of your burdens, and the fountain of your strength. Trust in me, and rise into the fullness of the grace I have prepared, especially for you, my precious child. I have witnessed the silent wars you wage beneath the surface. Those times your heart feels parched, cracked, and desolate. The heavy shadow of disappointment, the sting of your mistakes, the echo of words uttered in haste or withheld in silence. The weight presses upon you as though it will never ease. I know this burden intimately, as if you alone are left to carry the sum of your failures and regrets. But my beloved, I am ever near. I am closer than your next breath, closer even than the gentle beat sustaining your life. I never recoil at your pain, nor withdraw when hope flickers. In your darkest moments, I am the still presence beside you, the unshakable refuge beneath your trembling feet. There is a truth, my dear child. Your wounds do not drive me away. Rather, they draw me nearer still. I am the divine healer, bearing the balm for every ache within you. I know the silence sometimes echoes louder than all the world's noise, that waiting for answers can sting like thorns buried deep in your soul. Yet behind the veil of time and circumstance, I am patiently at work, weaving threads of grace through the tapestry of your life. My ways do not rush, nor do they destroy the beautiful becoming of your spirit. I never leave you to suffer without hope. You may not comprehend the purpose behind these trials, but my patience is proof of my love, and my timing is perfection beyond your sight. In pain and confusion, never confuse my silence for absence. Remember, even the seed buried in darkness is still before it bursts with new life. The process is hidden, but the result is glorious and certain. So it is with you. Your times of feeling lost, unheard, or misunderstood are not signs of failure or my rejection. They are seasons of preparation, sanctification, and closeness. I dwell with you in the silence, holding your trembling hand, whispering peace into your spirit. My love is an ocean no storm can conquer, a light no shadow can put out. As your heart struggles with doubt and longing, I call you now to lean into my presence. Do not shrink from the discomfort of your inward battles. Bring them to me. Let me cradle your brokenness like treasure, transforming grief to joy, questions to trust. No shame or regret outweighs my grace. Step into this sacred vulnerability, and you will find healing the moment your heart opens. In this holy space where we meet, you will never be alone again. The journey, though steep and rocky, is marked by my gentle guidance. I am the shepherd who leads you beside quiet waters and gives your soul rest beneath the shadow of my wings. Even on a path cloaked in uncertainty, my light gently beckons, a beacon of hope and renewal. Know that I am sculpting your story, refining you like pure silver, burning away all that hides your radiance. You are never overlooked, never forgotten, never cast aside. Your story is precious to me, woven with love, destined for abundance. Even now, as you battle your inner storms, hear my voice calling you to peace. Fix your gaze on me. Release your fears, your burdens, your doubts. Rest in knowing that I am orchestrating everything for your good, even when the reason is hidden from view. Let this truth find a home within you. I am patient, for your transformation needs time. I am relentless, for your healing is priceless. I am loving, because your heart is sacred to me. Breathe deeply and know you are held in hands that will never let you fall. When doubt hisses lies about your worth, recall that I fashioned you as a masterpiece, made with infinite care and deep affection. No one can diminish what I see in you, nor can any trial sever you from my unbreakable love. Rest here in this sanctuary of hope and renewal. Will you trust me enough to lay down your burdens now? Will you allow my healing touch to reach the deepest parts of your soul? Come as you are, fragile, uncertain, weary, and find strength in my steadfast presence. I am waiting, ready to envelop you in the fullness of my love and patience. Let this be the moment you surrender to me, assured that with me you are never alone. Do not turn away. Do not close the door on the one who is both your haven and your strength. Step forward in trust, for I am here, always here. My beloved, as you journey through the shadows that haunt your soul, burdened by doubts and the insistent whispers of inadequacy, remember this. Your identity is not molded in the fleeting firelight of human approval, but in the unwavering brilliance of my love. Long before the world was formed, before the mountains rose to meet the sky, or the seas murmured to the shore, I wove you together with careful intention and exquisite care. You are my masterpiece, a singular expression of sacred artistry, shaped not by chance, but by purpose. Yet still, the adversary works to obscure this truth, weaving lies into the fabric of your heart, sowing questions like, am I truly enough? Do I have worth? Will I ever belong? Each question strikes like a storm against your fragile vessel, threatening to overturn your hope. But listen closely, beloved child, for deep within you I have planted a truth no storm can ever erase. You are not defined by your past mistakes, nor by the voices that try to render you unworthy. These are mere shadows, banished before the dawn of my grace. I see the beauty hidden beneath your weary surface, the courage that awakens even when despair tries to silence it. In you, my reflection is visible, my very breath, my spirit's spark, the glimmer of eternity. This is your true identity, not what the world perceives, but what I, your creator, have intended all along. Imagine a stately tree rising from a barren desert, its roots reaching deep into a secret wellspring. Your identity is that tree, sustained by the endless current of my presence, undisturbed by the dry winds of rejection or isolation. It is in this truth that you are anchored and made whole. Allow this certainty to sink deeply into your soul. My beloved, when the world seeks to strip you of dignity or diminish your value, know that your worth exceeds all measure. The scars you bear are not stains of shame, but emblems of survival and faith. Like a potter tenderly shaping clay, I am continually at work, molding you into a vessel of strength and beauty. Sometimes the pressure feels overwhelming and the process painful, but every turn of the wheel serves a perfect divine purpose. Your sense of worth will blossom when you lean into my embrace rather than seek the approval of the world. Though seeds of doubt may have taken root, I am the light that coaxes forth the delicate shoots of your true self. When you begin to see yourself as I see you, the lie of inadequacy loses its grip. This path of self-discovery in me is not always smooth. You may stumble upon memories of shame or the echoes of long-past errors. But let it be known, my forgiveness is not a fleeting wind. It is a rushing flood that cleanses every broken place. I do not remember your failures. Instead, I see the valiant spirit that rises each morning, choosing to pursue me in spite of the wounds. Your identity is entwined with my grace. With every step forward, you are made new. Picture a shattered mirror, scattering beams of light, fragmented and incomplete. Through my restoration, the reflection becomes whole, converging into the radiant image I placed within you from the beginning. In my presence, you find true wholeness. Beloved, there will be days when the inner conflict blazes fiercely, when your thoughts swirl and your heart quakes. In those quiet hours, turn your gaze both inward and upward. Sense my loving arms holding you near, whispering truth into the places where doubt has settled. You are treasured beyond measure, cherished endlessly, and chosen above all others. This is your real identity, neither a mask to be worn nor a part to be played, but the very essence of who you have always been in my eyes. Let this realization seep into the deepest chambers of your heart, transforming your view of yourself from the inside out. Every time fear or shame arises, counter it with the truth. You are mine, inseparable from my love, and there is a peace waiting for you when you embrace this identity. It is not the shallow calm of easy times, but the abiding tranquility that comes from being wholly known and unconditionally loved. Like a shepherd who gathers his lambs close, I lift you into my arms and protect you from every storm. This peace wraps itself around your soul like a cloak of light, offering warmth in the coldest seasons. As you rest in my acceptance, you will gain the strength to forgive yourself, to release guilt, and to step forward with courage. The burdens you have carried are not yours alone. Lay them down in my presence and receive the freedom I long to give. Reflect now on the unshakable truth. You are my beloved child, intricately designed and of infinite value. When your sense of self wavers, invite me into that inner conversation. Allow my voice to be the strongest and most constant in your heart. Pause for a moment. Breathe deeply and feel my spirit wrap around you like the soft dew on a wildflower meadow. Gentle, restoring, and new. Your value is not anchored in what you do or in others' opinions, but in the declaration I made over you at your very conception. You are my treasured child, destined for greatness. If your heart is being stirred, do not reject this truth. Move deeper into the reality of my love, which alone defines you. Understand that as you grow in confidence in your true identity in me, you become a beacon, shining light that guides others out of their confusion and despair. The clarity of your being, rooted in divine worth, offers hope to all who struggle with self-doubt. You are never alone in this journey. I walk every step with you, fortifying your spirit and reminding you of who you truly are. Together we shine, for every light cast into the darkness dispels the night. Settle this in your heart. You are forever and gloriously my child. Now I invite you, quiet your thoughts and turn away from the judgments of the world. Listen for my voice. Allow me to unveil to you the beauty of your soul and the glory I planted within you for eternal flourishing. Speak to me as you would a dearest friend, as a trusted confidant, and let the seeds of your identity in me flourish beyond your imagination. You are not defined by the world's shifting terms, but by the eternal covenant of my love and purpose. Embrace your true self, my beloved, and step forward in boldness. There is nothing you cannot overcome when you live from your divine identity. Will you believe me when I say that you are precious beyond measure? Let this truth rise within you, sustaining you like an ever-flowing river. Your identity is everlasting, your value infinite, and my love for you unwavering. Grasp this promise and keep it close as you journey onward, for you are mine, now and always. My beloved, as you journey through the valleys shadowed by fear, anxiety, and doubt, remember I am ever near, unyielding, your immovable fortress amidst the storms of your life. Fear can feel like an unforgiving tide, dragging you beneath the surface, threatening to extinguish the hope I have gently rooted within your soul. Anxiety may close in, tightening your breath, sending your heart racing as though pursued by unseen threats. Doubt may seep in quietly, a shadow in your mind, murmuring that I have forgotten you, that your struggles are too great, that my promises are but illusions. Yet, my cherished one, these things are not the end. They are only veils, invitations for you to look with the eyes of faith and see the unwavering light of my love piercing through the gloom. Remember, every moment of fear you endure is a new invitation, a chance to turn your focus away from the chaos swirling around you and to anchor your gaze on the steady flame of my love, which never dims. The winds of anxiety may howl through your days, but I am your calm, the silence at the center of every tempest. When doubt tries to weave lies about your worth or my presence, listen for my voice, a constant, gentle stream whispering to your spirit. These trembling moments do not reveal weakness, my dear. They are sacred opportunities, spaces where your soul awakens, reaching for me even when the night feels unending. I see your battles fought in silence, your private wars, your tears shed in the quiet. You might feel abandoned in a wilderness without a guide or map, but I am the unseen companion by your side, holding your hand whenever your own grip grows weak. Fear and anxiety are real, beloved, but they are not your masters, for I have placed within you a spirit of power, of love, and of soundness of mind, not one of timidity. You are made to endure, to rise, and to conquer, not through your own might, but through the strength I give. Wrestling with your fears is a sacred task, the refining fire that transforms your soul and teaches it deeper trust. When dread pounds in your chest and your thoughts scatter like leaves in a gust, remember, these are not your reality's final word, but openings through which my intervention arrives. Each breath you draw, every prayer you murmur, each small step you take in my direction is an act of courage, a shining signal that leads you from disquiet to peace. Will you let me become your refuge, not just in part, but with your whole heart? Will you relinquish the fortress of your fears and choose to build your dwelling in my steadfast strength? In this holy dance of shadow and light, your fears are not simply obstacles, but gateways leading you to greater intimacy with me. I do not rebuke your frailty. I gather it gently into my arms, prepared to shield, to comfort, and to fortify you. Don't shrink from anxiety and doubt as if they are enemies to be vanquished, but see them for what they are, signals prompting you to grip more tightly to my truth and my nearness. I am not distant, watching from afar, but present and active, a participant in your struggles, the divine breath within your lungs, especially when you feel stifled. Let this truth nestle deep within you. There is no fear too immense, no darkness too impenetrable, no doubt too profound for my love's light to overcome. When your whole being trembles, pause and call my name in your heart. Envision me as a shepherd, gently cradling his most fragile lamb, tender, unyielding. The storm may roar outside, but within the sanctuary where you dwell with me, peace prevails, an eternal calm, a deep-rooted strength. Remember always, when anxiety clings tightly, declare the truth of my presence. I am with you always. Take a moment now. Inhale deeply and let your burdens fall away, if only for now. Feel my nearness wrapping around you, a protective mantle of light and love, shielding you from the unseen fears that seek to rob your joy. Within this still embrace, find courage, not from your own reserves, but from the steadfast assurance of my companionship. Your spirit is so much stronger than you imagine, infused with my very breath, my strength, my heart. Anxiety and doubt may try to teach you, but their lessons are incomplete without me. When the darkness is deepest, when the questions seem to multiply, when hope flickers, reach out. Reach past the veil of uncertainty to find the hand waiting to lift you. Child, faith is not the absence of fear, but the persistent choice to trust my goodness and sovereignty despite fear. When the enemy whispers, "You are alone," answer from the core of your spirit, "The Lord is my refuge and strength, my ever-present help." Courage is not walking without trembling. It's the decision to walk forward with me, even while you tremble. You are not alone on this path. My light goes before you, my voice echoes beside you, and my love surrounds you. You are not defined by your fears. Anxiety will not own you. Doubt cannot claim you, for you are chosen, wrapped in my righteousness, precious in my sight. See yourself as I do, a beloved, a warrior, moving bravely through the shadows with your gaze locked on me. Let this be the bedrock of your resilience, to live not by what you see or feel in your frailty, but by the enduring strength of my love. When fear tries to silence your song, I am the melody that rises, calling you back to peace. When anxiety draws near, I am the breath that slows your heart. When doubt lays shadows across your path, I am the dawn that scatters the night. So I invite you, sink into this divine embrace. Rest within this fortress of unwavering love. Lay your fears at my feet as you would entrust a burden to a trusted friend. For that is what I am to you, always ready to carry what weighs you down. If you do not feel strong today, know that my strength is perfected in your weakness. Trust this and let your heart unfold beneath my warmth. Will you step forward now, transforming your fears into faith, turning your anxious heart into a peaceful dwelling for my presence? Find courage, not by banishing fear entirely, but by letting me hold your trembling hand. The choice is yours, as always, and I am here, patient, steadfast, waiting. In the hush of this moment, hear me whisper, "You are never alone, beloved. I am your peace." If these words are stirring something within, do not turn away. This is our sacred journey. Walk with me, hand in hand, into peace. If your heart trembles and you feel the heaviness of the world's uncertainties pressing in, know that I see the battles you fight daily, the unseen storms of fear, the restless shadows of anxiety that sometimes cloud both your mind and your spirit. These are not fleeting emotions. They are true struggles echoing in the depths of your soul. Yet, I remain by your side in every quiver of doubt, in each moment that feels uncertain. When you are overwhelmed by tomorrow's uncertainty, or when doubt whispers that you have been left alone, remember, I am here, steadfast, unwavering, always present. Fear is a silent thief, my child. It comes to rob you of peace, to dull your joy, to erode your faith and hope. I know the shape of every fear within you, the dread of failure, the pain of rejection, the apprehension of uncharted roads you must cross. These fears can rise up like a stormy sea, threatening to engulf the light within your heart. but do not let them claim your spirit. For I am your anchor, the safe shelter you can run to, the warmth blazing within you when the winds of anxiety howl through your life. Understand this truth, my beloved. Fear is not meant to rule you. It is but a signal, a messenger of your humanity, a reminder of where your trust may deepen, a gentle nudge to embrace my promises even more closely. When anxiety shouts, let my voice be the gentle, steady whisper that calms the tempest inside. If your heart races and your thoughts spiral into chaos, draw near to my presence. Lay every burden down before me. You were never created to shoulder these worries on your own. I am here to carry them for you. Doubt, too, is only a shadow that seeks to obscure the brilliance I have planted within your soul. It questions your worth, your direction, your calling. Yet know this, you are woven together by my own hand, with intention and love in every thread. When trust is tested, not because doubt is absent, but because you choose to keep walking, even when you can't see every step ahead. Remember, I walk with you, guiding each step. Even when the path twists and the way grows dim, your steps are secure in my grasp. Let your heart rise above the waves that try to drag it under. Whenever anxiety tells lies about your future, remember the record of my faithfulness. I have never abandoned you, not in the silent tears, not in the hidden pain, not in any moment of your journey. Every ache, every fear, every secret sorrow I have seen and gathered with tenderness. Do not shield your heart from me in your vulnerable hours. Bring your fears and your doubts wholly into my presence, for real trust is born in that honesty. Allow me to remind you of what has always been true. Imagine for a moment a humble servant caught in a furious storm at sea, wind howling, waves crashing, terror swelling within. Yet when he called out, I reached forth and calmed the raging waters. Just as I stood with him in that storm, so am I with you. Your fears may take different shapes, but my love and my power remain unchanged and steadfast. Settle into this truth, beloved. Feel the steadiness of my nearness, even in your most anxious hours. I am building a faith in you that outlasts all fleeting terrors, a faith rooted in eternal love and power. This faith becomes your sword and your shield. When deceit tries to cloud your mind, wield the trust I have given. When doubt seeks to poison your heart, hold to my promises as your anchor. Remember, fear and faith cannot reign in the same space. When one rises, the other must yield. Choose faith, beloved. Let it anchor your soul. Your anxiety is not a wall against my grace. It is the very doorway through which I draw you close. There is no condemnation in your fears, only an invitation to experience my peace. Rest in me when your spirit feels crushed by the weight of your worries. Inhale, my love, and know that I am enough for every struggle you encounter. In the places where you are weak, my strength shines brightest. Do not dismiss these feelings or hide them away. Bring them to me and see how I transform trembling hearts into strongholds of courage. Will you let me be your sanctuary today? Will you place your trembling hands in mine and trust me to carry you forward? I am not removed or indifferent. I am deeply involved in your battle. When darkness whispers, answer with my truth. When your breath falters, recall that I am the very breath in your lungs. You were not created to live under fear's shadow, but to walk boldly in my light. Fear will have no final say over you unless you allow it. I am with you through every anxious thought, every sleepless night. Let this knowledge sink so deeply into your being that it becomes your steady heartbeat, my presence living within you. Let not fear become your identity. Instead, let your name be known by my unending love, my unwavering strength, my perfect peace. The peace I give is unlike anything the world offers. It is the calm that stills storms, the silence that stills doubts, the fullness that fills the emptiness left behind by fear. You are stronger than you know, for my life pulses within you. When your courage begins to fade, call on me. When your thoughts race, speak my name. When uncertainty shakes you, find your rest in my arms. I am already at work, weaving your broken pieces into a tapestry of victory. Your future belongs to those who trust in me, and I call you mine. Pause for a breath now, beloved. Surrender your fears into my hands, release them like offerings, knowing I will carry what you cannot. Feel my arms around you, not as an idea, but as a living, unshakable reality. Walk forward, carried by the courage I have given you. Let your trust in me be the melody that drowns out every echo of fear. If your heart is moved by these words, do not turn away. Let us continue side by side, hand in hand, unflinching in faith, triumphant over every shadow of fear. My beloved, as you walk the winding road of life, there will be seasons when the dense fog of fear, anxiety, and doubt settles around your soul, refusing to lift. I see the way these shadows trail at your heels, their whispers persistent, weaving subtle lies that threaten to dim the radiant light within you. Even so, in the heart of your weakness, I remain your fortress, your unshakable refuge, steadfast and enduring. Have you not realized that fear was never destined to rule over you? It is but a tremulous voice, a signal inviting you to step nearer to my heart, to replace your confusion and uncertainty with the warm embrace of my perfect peace. Think back to the times your heart throbbed with worry over things invisible and unknown, when your mind spun anxious stories of defeat before the battle had even begun. These fears are not foreign to me. They are facets of your humanness, glimpses of your spirit's vulnerability. I do not scold you for trembling. Rather, I gently invite you to cast every anxiety upon me, for you are infinitely precious, and I cradle you tenderly. Even when your thoughts stampede wildly through your mind, remember that I am the keeper of your innermost being, the healer of your restless heart. Anxiety can feel like an unending storm, shaking the very foundations of your hope and faith. But within that tempest, I am the calm at the center, the quiet voice that stirs up courage within your soul. When chaos rages, you are never invisible to me. Each tear you shed is gathered and treasured. When doubt seeps in to cloud your vision, do not recoil in despair. Instead, fix your eyes on me. I am the light that dissolves the darkness, the anchor that steadies your spirit. Be reminded, my beloved, that fear and doubt are not evidence of failure or disbelief, but opportunities for deeper trust, calls to lean less on your own understanding and more into the certainty of my love that cannot be shaken. In the trembling spaces of your life, I am weaving invisible threads of strength and resilience through your spirit. Sometimes it is only by being weak that you uncover the vastness of my power alive within you. Do not be quick to discard your fears, but neither let them define you. Walk through each one with me, hand in hand, and you will watch their grip weaken and fall away. I understand surrendering your anxiety to me is no simple thing. Sometimes, it's like letting go of a fragile bird, terrified you might lose control or lose safety. But I am the great shepherd who watches over every flutter, guiding and protecting you with an unwavering love. Do not grasp too tightly to your worries, for they are only shadows, insubstantial and fleeting, when exposed to the brilliance of my truth. Offer up your fears to me as a fragrant offering, and I will exchange them for peace that surpasses all understanding. When doubt whispers lies about your value, your destiny, or my faithfulness, remember the countless times I have revealed my care for you, the doors that closed only to reveal new and unexpected paths, the seasons of quiet that blossomed into new strength and clarity. These are not random events, but tangible evidence of my hand lovingly shaping your destiny with infinite wisdom. Let your heart rest in this assurance. When anxiety presses in hardest, call on me, for I am closer than your breath and always ready to lift you up. The road through fear and doubt is not one you must walk by yourself. I go ahead of you, walk beside you, and remain behind you, encompassing you in an unbreakable circle of love. When you find yourself anxious about what tomorrow will bring, cling to my promise. I will never leave you nor forsake you. You are held by a love so steadfast that neither fear nor uncertainty can overcome it. In those quiet, anxious moments, reach for me, and you will feel my hand, steady and sure, beneath your own. Together, we will rise above the gathering storm. Allow this truth to seep deeply into your soul. Fear and doubt are fleeting shadows, but my love is eternal light. Welcome me into the places where your spirit feels overwhelmed, and let my peace become the anchor that steadies your heart. The anxious whispers that haunt you are only echoes passing by. Instead, listen to the steady drumbeat of my enduring presence. You were never made to carry such burdens alone. Place them, one by one, in my hands and watch as I nurture within you a courage and calm nothing can shake. I am your sanctuary and your strength, a faithful refuge in every moment of distress. Will you learn to lean into this holy shelter whenever fear draws near? Will you let my spirit breathe new confidence into your trembling soul? Close your eyes for a moment now. Offer me your secret doubts, your silent fears, your deepest anxieties. Watch how I gather each as stardust, weaving them into a tapestry of hope, painting your future in vibrant hues. Trust me, dearest one, and cling to this truth. Where fear seeks to reign, I bring peace. Where doubt lingers, I shine clarity. If your heart is stirring beneath the weight of these emotions, do not pull away. Let our sacred conversation continue as you open your hands and your heart to me more fully. My love is a force stronger than any fear you may face. Let it be the melody that drowns every anxious whisper, the fortress that protects your spirit. Together, we will move through every shadow until the dawn of my everlasting light banishes them all. My beloved, there exists a sacred space between us, a place untouched by the world's noise, where the deepest intimacy of our relationship gently unfolds. It is here, in the quiet center of your being, that your soul finds sanctuary beneath the shelter of my wings. This closeness is not a fleeting encounter, nor a momentary spark. It is the very rhythm of your existence, woven into you before your very first breath. I am not a distant monarch looking on with cool detachment. I am the lover of your soul, longing to draw near in ways that soften confusion and dissolve loneliness. I see you, not for your triumphs or defeats, but for the core of who you are. Like a gardener who lovingly tends each bloom, I witness every delicate petal, each hidden thorn, and every fragile leaf of your spirit with a gaze full of unyielding tenderness. I see beyond the surface battles and outward circumstances that cloud your self-perception and shadow your view of the world. I gaze into the secret rooms of your heart, where your hopes flutter and your faith stirs like a gentle bird searching for rest. I invite you, come closer. Lean into this holy nearness, where words become unnecessary, because my spirit speaks with a language far more powerful than speech. So often the world attempts to define you by your performance or status, by your list of accomplishments or the masks you wear. But here in this sacred space, none of those measures matter. You are not a tally of deeds, nor a sum of your mistakes. You are my beloved, crafted with infinite care, intimately known and adored just as you are. When you feel invisible or unheard, when you question your worthiness, remember, I am here, bathing you in my presence, like sunlight warming a secret valley, gentle, steady, all-encompassing. So is my nearness to you. In this warmth, true healing begins, a quiet knowing that you are a treasure beyond all calculation. This intimacy asks for your open-hearted surrender. the willingness to swing open every window of your heart and allow the fresh wind of my spirit to fill you anew. I long to flood you with my peace, saturate you with my joy, and anchor you in a love that cannot be shaken. But you must choose to return to this sacred refuge each day. Bring your fears, your doubts, your weariness. Carry your joy, your gratitude, and your fragile hopes here as well. In this space, you never need to hide behind bravado or forced smiles. I see the real you, the one who sometimes struggles, and the one who dares to dream. I am entwined with you in it all. Imagine a child resting in their mother's arms, body relaxed, spirit soothed, heartbeat calm beside the pulse of love. This is how I long for you to be with me, not striving but simply being, not grasping but resting, not pretending but entirely authentic. The intimacy I offer is your haven from chaos, your balm against anxiety, and the soothing touch for every wound inflicted by a harsh world. Here, you find nourishment for your soul, a love and acceptance that flows endlessly, a river that never runs dry. You may believe you need to prove your devotion or perfect your faith to enter this sanctuary. But my beloved, that is a burden you were never meant to bear. The doorway to intimacy swings wide on the hinges of grace. You do not have to earn your way in or adorn your soul with accomplishments to be worthy of my presence. Come as you are, joyous or broken, empty or full of hope, and your arrival fills my heart with delight. In each moment you draw close, my spirit whispers comfort into your restless heart, drawing you even nearer. This sacred nearness transforms your perspective of yourself and the world. When you dwell here, you realize your worth is never determined by circumstances, but is firmly rooted in my love. Storms may swirl around you, relationships may falter, questions may swarm your thoughts like restless birds. Still, your soul is anchored in the unshakable reality of my nearness. The peace you discover in this place is only a hint of the joy that will flood your soul in eternity. The psalmist called my presence a refuge beneath the shadow of mighty wings. This is not just poetry. It is your present reality. When loneliness or sorrow presses in, close your eyes and picture yourself tucked safely beneath my feathers, wrapped in a love strong enough to shield you from any tempest. This is true belonging, a spiritual home that does not depend on the world's acceptance, but only on my embrace. Here, your spirit can finally breathe, rest, and feel wholly cherished. As your days unfold, let this intimacy become your daily practice. Make time to listen for my voice amid the world's distractions. Find silent spaces to open your heart, even when doubts try to crowd them out. Let your soul be a vessel, ready to receive the streams of grace that refresh and renew. You do not need perfection to approach me. In truth, all I require is open hands, willing to release control and let my love wash away every fear and hesitation. This sacred closeness is not a luxury, it is a lifeline. Without it, your soul will thirst in the heat of worldly demand. But with every step toward me, you find your true rest, your identity restored, your destiny illuminated. It is here in this communion that you discover what it truly means to be my beloved, treasured beyond all measure. Remember, you are never alone unless you choose to turn away. My presence is constant and gentle. I never force myself, but always invite, waiting with patience to welcome you into the deep places of my heart. Let this reality settle into your spirit. When you feel far away, return to this inner sanctuary. When exhaustion weighs you down, seek refuge here. You were made for this bond, a connection that strengthens, restores, and sustains. Will you slip quietly into this intimate place now? Will you pause, setting aside all distractions and fear to rest in my embrace? The gentle invitation is always before you, like the first rays of sunlight melting away the shadows of night. Let your heart be still. Know that you are home here, now and forever, in the shelter of my love, where healing flows like a sweet river in a thirsty land. Come, my precious one. Enter into the warmth of my presence, the unending sanctuary of my love. Your soul was fashioned for this. Your heart was never made to long in vain. Abide with me, and let my love be the very breath that revives you. If your spirit stirs within, do not draw back. Let us travel this sacred journey together, hand in hand, soul intertwined with soul, forever joined in the depths of my endless love. My cherished one, as the days stretch further than your eyes can see and silence lingers longer than you wish, know that I am intimately present in every moment you wrestle with waiting. Divine timing is a tapestry, each thread woven with intention and care, hidden from your view, yet perfectly aligned beyond the borders of human understanding. When waiting seems to stretch into a void, remember, I am there, infusing that emptiness with a peace that exceeds all comprehension. You may feel as though you are a seed pressed deep beneath winter's frozen soil, unseen, forgotten, numbed by the cold pause of delay. Yet I am warming you with my gentle breath, quietly preparing you to rise and flourish in the moment perfectly appointed for you. The stillness you sense is not the absence of movement, but a sacred season of invisible growth, indispensable and holy. Through the silent seasons, I am teaching you the sacred art of trust, not a passive resignation, but a living surrender, a steadfastness that holds fast to my promises even when answers seem far off. When the shadows grow long and you wonder if you are seen, know that I mark every tear that falls. Treasure every whispered prayer that escapes your lips in wordless longing. These moments are not lost in the silence. They are drawn close to my heart, deepening your roots in my embrace. Your heart may bristle with fear or ache with impatience, urging you to push ahead or give in to despair. Yet, my dear child, I beckon you to calm the rhythm of your soul, to anchor yourself in the assurance that the hour I am preparing is flawless and brimming with my glory. In the hush, I am sculpting your character, refining you as gold is purified by fire, nurturing patience and hope. Every unanswered prayer, each delayed blessing is a strand in the golden chain of your purpose. Sometimes the wait is not denial, but a deeper alignment, a holy recalibration of your desires with my will. The pauses and delays become sanctuaries, quiet spaces where your soul learns to recognize my voice, not amid noise, but in holy stillness. If your heart aches in this time of waiting, let that ache draw you nearer to me, not further away. Understand that my timing dances to rhythms far different from human calendars and clocks. The unfolding of your destiny is orchestrated according to eternal patterns, each note, though it may seem slow to arrive, contributing to a grand symphony of divine intention. I am weaving your story with a wonder and intricacy greater than you can ever imagine, aligning each step with purposes far beyond your present view. You are part of an immense design, a cosmic story spanning past, present, and future. Your waiting is not an empty pause, but a sacred interlude, allowing harmony to emerge in its own perfect time. Never mistake the silence for my absence. When you feel unseen or overlooked, remember I am working quietly behind the scenes, moving mountains and laying foundations, preparing paths for you to walk. In this stillness, I meet you away from the world's demands, gently teaching you the posture of holy trust. Let this truth settle gently within you. My love is unwavering through passing days and endless nights. It is the bedrock beneath your restless hope. Open your spirit to the deep lessons hidden within this waiting. Reflect on what I am nurturing in you: humility, a greater dependence on me, a heart tuned to eternal realities rather than immediate fulfillment. When doubt knocks at your door, lean into me. and you will find my patience boundless. If weariness weighs you down, I am your refuge, the haven where you can set your burdens down and breathe again. Faith is not about seeing the finish line, but trusting the one who journeys with you. As you wait, ask yourself, what preparations does your soul need? What fears require my gentle healing light? The waiting reveals places longing for my refining fire. Embrace this season as a sacred opportunity for transformation, a chapter where your faith is matured and your trust tested and made strong. I am not calling you to a lifeless waiting, but to a sacred vigil, an alert posture of readiness and hope. Your waiting also shines as a beacon for others. Often, your perseverance during delays becomes a silent testimony of hope, encouraging those around you who face their own uncertainties. When you share your story with openness, you become a vessel of my grace, a living witness to the strength found in steadfast trust. Allow this to inspire a gentle courage and a resilience born not of your effort, but of my sustaining spirit. My beloved, do not gauge my love by the speed of answers or the visible shifts in your circumstances. I am the eternal now, the Alpha and the Omega, and my timing brings all things to fullness. Look past the exhaustion and frustration of this moment. Catch sight of the horizon, where I am already at work, preparing blessings that will overflow every expectation. Will you trust me this time? Will you open your heart to the richness of my timing and the depths of my patience? Let your soul rest, knowing you are never alone as you wait. I am your steadfast companion, your ever-watchful guardian, your gentle shepherd guiding you to still waters, even when your path is unclear. Trust that no season of waiting is wasted. It is fertile ground where faith and hope take root and blossom. Let my encouragement be your strength. Lean not on your own understanding, but entrust every timeline and longing to me. Reflect on this holy truth and let it bathe your spirit in peace, a renewal that strengthens your steps and soothes your restless heart. This is the mystery of waiting with me. It is not emptiness, but fullness, not stagnation, but preparation, not loss, but promise. Be patient with yourself in the process, for I am crafting a life in you that will radiate my glory and fulfill my perfect will. If your spirit is stirring with longing for this assurance, don't turn away. Welcome this moment as sacred space, a holy sanctuary where you can meet me afresh. I am here, unwavering in love, unshaken by time, unbreakable in my faithfulness. Trust me, beloved. Let your waiting become a sacred journey toward the breathtaking unfolding of all I have promised you. My precious one, I have watched as you've traversed roads shadowed by the heavy cloak of fear and trembling, not simply the obvious dangers the world names, but the deeper, subtler fears that echo within the silent halls of your heart. These anxieties murmur their lies about your worth, your calling, and your future. I know these struggles intimately, for I am the one who breathed life into your frame, embroidered your soul with dreams, and etched within you a yearning to rise above what you see and feel. Yet, at times, fear lingers behind you like a stubborn shadow, casting doubts that seem almost as real as sunlight itself. My longing is for you to truly know, fear is not your ruler. Instead, it is a signpost on your journey, a signal that something valuable is being uncovered, an invitation to lean not on your own wisdom, but to trust in me. When anxiety wraps tight around your chest, recall that I am your solid rock, unmoving beneath your feet, and the gentle whisper steadying you in the midst of the storm. Not once have I abandoned you in your trembling. Instead, I have quietly interwoven strength into your spirit in ways you have not always seen. In your frailty, my power shines its brightest. In your doubt, my faithfulness stands unbroken. Your heart may sometimes feel like a battleground where fear and trust clash, and yet this inner struggle is not without holy purpose. It is here, in this very tension, that your faith is born anew, tested and refined like gold passing through the fire. I call you now to place your fears in my hands, not to deny their reality, but to gently surrender them, knowing I willingly bear what weighs you down. Picture your fears as fragile, potent flowers, and see me gathering each with tenderness, letting not a single petal fall to harm. Think of the birds soaring high on invisible currents, unburdened, trusting the wind to carry them to destinations unseen. So I am the current beneath your wings, faithful and sure. When anxiety threatens to anchor you to the ground, lift your eyes and recognize that I am orchestrating your way with flawless care. You are not swept up in chaos, but safely held in my order. Your life woven into a tapestry too intricate for your mind to grasp, yet designed perfectly for your good. There are times when the darkness in your mind feels endless, and you wonder whether morning will ever arrive. Remember, the blackest night is always conquered by dawn. Your fiercest fears are fleeting. My promises and my love endure forever. I wait at the crossroads of your soul, calling you to take one more step toward the light, even if your heart trembles. Faith is the courage to walk forward, trusting the unseen but ever-present hand when you feel exhausted by striving or the weight of expectation threatens to crush your spirit. Return to me and find rest in the simple truth of your belovedness. Let go for a moment of the need to perform or prove yourself worthy. You have always been enough, simply because you are mine. I invite you to exhale the burdens of comparison and inhale the freedom of acceptance. Let my peace flood your mind, silencing the restless noise that seeks to convince you that you are alone, unloved, or unworthy. None of these things can stand in the presence of my devotion. Know, too, that your life is never without meaning. Every act of kindness, every quiet prayer, every courageous step forward is seen and cherished. When you offer your pain to me, I transform it into wisdom and strength, using what once threatened to undo you as the very foundation upon which I build new purpose and deeper joy. My power is made perfect in your weakness. My beauty is revealed in your scars. So as you continue forward, let your steps be guided by trust. Trust not in what you can see, but in the faithfulness of the one who sees you. I am the author and finisher of your story. The chapters yet to unfold are already rich with hope and blessing, even when their details remain hidden for a time. Do not be afraid of new beginnings or unexpected ending. Each transition is an opportunity for you to encounter my love in new and greater measure. When change arrives, do not cling to what must be released. Let your hands remain open so that I might fill them with gifts only I can give. And when you face seasons that seem silent or empty, remember that these too are holy. In the stillness, I am at work, restoring, preparing, planting seeds that will one day blossom beyond your wildest dreams. Wait with me, my child, and let your hope be anchored not in circumstances, but in my unchanging goodness. Take heart then, and move forward with courage. I walk with you, step for step, heart to heart. Let your soul rest in the knowledge that you are chosen, called, and cherished. Let this assurance grow within you, until it becomes a wellspring of hope for all those around you. For you are not only the recipient of my love, but also its bearer. As my grace flows through your life, let it shine forth as a beacon for those who wander in their own darkness, longing for belonging, thirsting for peace. In this way, your story becomes a living testament to the truth that no one is beyond the reach of my compassion. Now, beloved, breathe in the fullness of my presence. Stand tall in the identity I have given you. Go forth in peace, knowing that every step, every season, every struggle and every joy is held within the vast embrace of my eternal love. And so, my beloved, let your heart remember, there is never a moment when you are unseen, never a breath that goes unnoticed, never a tear that falls without my tender awareness. Even in the silence, when the world feels distant and answers seem delayed, I am here, steadfast and near, your constant companion through every high and low. My love wraps around you like the gentlest blanket, unwavering through every trial and change. Do not measure your worth by your seasons of weakness or loneliness, for your true value is rooted in the unshakable truth that you are mine. You are shaped by hands that know no mistake, sculpted with intention and delight. Even your wandering is woven into a larger purpose. The journey that sometimes feels lost or tangled is, in my eyes, a pathway of becoming, a sacred unfolding that reveals more of my grace and glory through your life. When you grow weary and doubt your place in this world, remember that you are not merely passing through as a shadow or a fleeting breath. You are a radiant soul, carefully designed and endlessly pursued. The gifts I have planted in you are for such a time as this. Trust that you carry within you a spark that no darkness can extinguish, a calling that is uniquely yours to fulfill. Let your days be marked by gentle courage, not because you never fear, but because you trust my hand to steady yours. Find joy in the small graces, the laughter shared, the kindness given, the quiet moment of awe in the morning light. These are reminders that my presence weaves through every ordinary hour, making it holy. If ever you feel forgotten or cast aside, remember that I am always whispering your name, sometimes in the song of the wind, sometimes in the hush of your own soul. I pursue you with a love that knows no boundaries. You cannot wander so far that my arms cannot reach you, nor fall so deeply that I cannot lift you up. My pursuit is relentless, gentle, and true. When old wounds ache and disappointments resurface, bring them into my light. There is no pain too hidden, no regret too sharp, no memory too heavy for me to bear with you. Place each sorrow, each fear, each unanswered longing in my hands, and let my healing begin its gentle work. Trust the slow, sacred process. Healing is not always swift, but it is always sure when surrendered to me. Let forgiveness flow freely, toward yourself and toward others. Release the burdens of old grievances and unmet expectations. My love offers fresh mercy every morning and invites you to rise unburdened, ready to receive what new goodness this day will bring. As you open your life to this grace, you become a vessel, carrying hope to those who are weary, offering compassion to those who despair, lighting the way for those who walk in confusion or sorrow. In this way, your own healing becomes a source of healing for the world. Trust also that you are never alone in your waiting or your wondering. I am not only with you, I am ahead of you, preparing the way, and behind you, redeeming every step. The blessings I have prepared will arrive in their perfect time. In every season, whether full of activity or wrapped in stillness, my purposes are unfolding with precision and love. So, beloved, rest in the quiet confidence that your life is a precious story within my grand design. Let my peace, the peace that surpasses all understanding, be the rhythm of your days. And when the path grows dim or the night stretches long, remember, I am the dawn that breaks the darkness. I am the promise that cannot be broken. I am the love that will always find you. If your heart stirs with these words, receive them as your own. Let them sink deep, and as they settle, know that I remain here, faithful, patient, and endlessly loving, waiting for your heart to trust me once again. Dearest one, as you move onward from this sacred moment, carry with you the assurance that my love is both your anchor and your compass. Wherever you wander, my presence will go before you, beside you, and within you. In the brightest mornings and the shadowed evenings, you are encompassed by a grace that is inexhaustible, a grace that does not falter when you stumble, nor withdraw when you question. Let your soul be gentle with itself. You do not need to race to a destination or prove yourself worthy in the eyes of the world. I am not measuring you by how quickly you grow, but by the openness with which you allow me to guide you. Every small act of trust, every honest prayer, every moment of surrender is a step into deeper intimacy with me. Sometimes the world may misunderstand your journey. Some may see only your outward appearance and not the quiet transformation taking root within. But do not be discouraged by this. The work I am doing in you is sacred, often invisible to human eyes, but known and celebrated in heaven. The patience you learn in silent seasons, the courage you discover when you feel afraid, the hope that flickers even on the hardest nights. These are treasures of the Spirit, and they matter more than you know. Embrace your vulnerabilities, for they are the doorways through which my strength enters. When you are honest about your need, you create space for my abundance to flow. When you bring your wounds into my light, I begin the gentle mending that no earthly hand can complete. Allow yourself to be tended to with kindness, to receive without hesitation, to rest without guilt. For I am the one who delights in caring for you. Remember, too, that my voice speaks in many ways, sometimes through sacred scripture, sometimes through the kindness of a friend, sometimes through the whisper of your own heart. Stay attuned to the quiet invitations I send, a nudge to pause, a prompting to forgive, a summons to joy, or an invitation to simply be still. In every moment, I am drawing you closer to the fullness of who you are in me. Let hope be the song that rises within you, not because you have every answer, but because you trust in the one who holds the mystery. Let gratitude be your daily prayer, turning even ordinary moments into sacred ground. Notice the beauty that surrounds you, the laughter of a child, the warmth of sunlight, the gentle rustle of the trees, and let these become reminders that you are always, always in the care of the divine. As you open your heart to these truths, watch how your perspective shifts. The burdens may not all disappear, but their weight will lessen in the light of my presence. The journey ahead may still hold unknowns, but you will walk it with a new steadiness, rooted in love, sustained by grace, upheld by hope. So walk forward, my cherished child, with a quiet confidence that you are exactly where you need to be. My plans for you are good, shaped with eternal wisdom, and tailored with tender affection. Each day is a fresh canvas for my love to be painted across your story. Each breath is a fresh beginning, a sacred invitation to trust anew. My beloved, if these words have stirred even the faintest ember within you, do not let the flame die here. Return often to this place of truth where my voice meets your soul, and your weary heart finds rest. There will be more whispers, more revelations, more healing prepared just for you, because I am not finished with your story. Every time you come back, you draw closer to the peace you seek, the courage you crave, and the love your spirit longs to embrace. Let this channel be a sanctuary, your refuge in the noise, your reminder of who you truly are. Subscribe not out of habit, but out of hunger, for more of me, for more hope, more truth, more strength for the days ahead. And share this message with those who are hurting, wandering, or forgetting their worth. Be the light that leads them home. I am always here, waiting, speaking, loving, and I will meet you again, right here, where heaven touches earth and your soul remembers its name. Until then, walk forward in peace and come back soon. Amen.